So we have seen classes in Python, and we have seen the very special case of the constructor, which is called __init __. Now this kind of function actually has a name because it has a double underscore. It's called a dunder for double underscore. And there are actually a lot of these functions in Python. The init is the constructor, but we are going to see some more functions. For example, if you have a class like, let's create a class, like for example, a person. And this person, let's initiate init. And let's give this person a name. So let's say it has a name. And let's save this name inside the class. Now, if somewhere else in my Python project I were to create a new person, let's call it p equals person, and I'm going to call him John. Now this John, I want to be able to see the John, and I want to be able to print John using the print function. What's going to happen if I just pass the p inside the print function? Python is going to take the class person and is going to tell me, yeah, it's a class person. It's an object person. I'm not really interested in what kind of object it is or where it lives in memory. It's not really what interests me. What interests me is what representation I want to have from a person, like the name of the person. So if I want to do that and I want to be able to just pass it to print, what I actually have to do is use a dunder called the string dunder. So it will be def __str__ and self. And notice we always have the self because we are inside the person class. Now the __str is what is called automatically when you use the str function. So let's say we are somewhere else and we use the str function. The str function can take any kind of objects, and if it is an integer, it's going to return you a string. If it is a string containing this integer, if it is a float, it's going to return you a string containing a float. So it always returns a string. But if you give it an object and it doesn't really know how to transform this object into a string, it's going to call this dunder function. And you can actually override this dunder function and make it return what you want. So we can return self.name. And now when we call print with p and person, we actually just print out the person's name. So there are a lot of other dunders like that you can actually look up, and you can actually have a look for yourself. You can actually have a look at the int or float or str that can actually change the type of one object. You can have a look at what it means to get and set, or get value and set value. So you can have a class that can support dictionary operations, or you can just have a class that can support what's called subscribing or subscription. Or you can have a look at any other like dunders that can exist, and it can be really interesting.